All right. Welcome to 100F. Okay, so for those of you joining me, I am doing the 10th part in what's feeling like a 12-part series at this point on Barron Machat and Young Lean. All right? So if you haven't watched any of the previous videos, I recommend you go and do that. Stay on the live, check it out. But there are 9 videos that I posted before this. If you're watching on Instagram, the first 7 parts are exclusively on Periscope, and you can watch them by going on my Twitter. Same handle as here, Jesus of Daylife, on Twitter, and you can go and watch them. They're all labeled, and you should be able to figure it out. So yeah. We are going to be continuing that story now. All right. So, this show is brought to you by Automat, our one sponsor. Cash.me/$washitall, PayPal.me/washitall, Bitcoin and Ethereum wallet, DM Real Cult Girl or Daylife Mary. Real Cult Girl on Twitter and Daylife Mary on Instagram to ask for Bitcoin and Ethereum wallet. Same information the other side around because I'm simulcasting. Cash.me/$washitall, PayPal.me/washitall. Oyster Beb says, give us a general description of the previous vids. I'm getting to that. So, basically a little background on me. My name is Jesus. I am a major in the Daylife Army. Before I joined a cult, I was a record label executive, and a young executive. I worked at Red Eye Worldwide, and basically, I was doing business affairs there in A&R, and I had my own record label called Break World Records, on which I signed my own talent. So I'm basically telling the story that revolves around me signing Young Lean to Break World Records, or almost signing Young Lean to Break World Records. Now, just a brief summary. I had gone into business with Barron Machat, and Barron was at the time managing Young Lean and ran a record label called Hippos and Tanks. We had started to be work together. He was my business partner, and we were about to release Warlord, what subsequently was called Warlord, by Young Lean. And on April 8th, 2015, Barron died in a car crash simultaneously to Young Lean performing a satanic ritual in Barron's apartment. And Barron ended up dying in the fire that was caused by that accident. So I am basically, I'm just basically going into the aftermath of that. I've gone into all the... Now, if you watch the previous episodes, you'll see me talk about what led to that incident, the incident itself, and then the aftermath. So at this point in the story, we are talking about after Barron's dead. I've been speaking to his father, Stephen Machat, who was his co-manager at the time, also managing Young Lean, about releasing the record, still releasing the record. And after a few months, I was talking about how Steven was kind of oscillating between, okay, we got to put out the record in Barron's memory, we got to do the thing, then oscillating to Young Lean murdered my son. Quickly oscillating between the two. After a certain amount of time, it became very clear that Stephen had come to a realization that doing the record, I will actually take that back. the two kind of morphed. While before they were separate, he was like, okay, I got to put out the record, Young Lean murdered my son. They had started to become the same, like, I will put out this fucking record, and Young Lean murdered my son, so I'm going to put out the record regardless and do it in my own way. And this leads to the leak of Warlord in late 2015. And if you read this is publicly known information that Young Lean's follow-up to Unloan Memory was leaked on the year that Barron died. And it was leaked without Young Lean's approval. And Steven would always call me and threaten, like, I'm going to leak it. I'm going to fucking leak the album. And I'd be like, no, Steven, don't fucking do that. Like, don't fucking do that. Don't play that game. I understand you're fucking mad. I understand what happened to you. I fucking miss Barron too. And I do, at the time, I didn't fucking really get fucking satanic sacrifice. I did not get what sacrifice meant in the industry. I did not get the significance of having to take someone out like that, taking them out like that. I did not understand how it fits into the larger picture of what's going on in the PainMatrux. These were realizations that I didn't have until years later. Now, the events in my life were directly related to those events. Before that, this was also, 2015 was the year that I put out a record. I got it on Pitchfork. I got, a decent amount of fucking clout out of that. I was, in my first, serious relationship with someone I considered to be a peer of mine. Everything was happening at once. And Barron's death painted the subsequent 3 or 4 years that I had 3 years before I joined Day Life Army. Painted in the tone and the delivery of the content that I was making and what I was doing. How I was fucking interfacing with the world because of that trauma. And not understanding it. Not understanding it was a sacrifice. Now, Steven, early on, was telling me it was a sacrifice. He didn't say it Steven Machat, he didn't necessarily say it in those terms, like Barron was sacrificed. But he said Young Lean did a fucking satanic ritual in the apartment, kicked him out, and my son ended up dying in a fire. And ended up having goo from his fucking eyeballs fucking removed from the corpse to test for drugs. So I started to fucking pick up. I knew that. I did not understand the spiritual implications. I did not actually understand that this was even possible, bro. I was an atheist. I didn't believe that there was any spiritual power in the universe. I thought things were pretty fucking... I had pretty fucking secular beliefs. And was this helping me in my life, my secular beliefs? Absolutely not. No, it was a very chaotic fucking time in my life. A time where I felt like I was out of fucking sensory experiences. I was fucking my ex-girlfriend while trying to date a new woman. At the same time, I was juggling 2 relationships. I had my album fucking getting released. I was just getting into making art and posting it on social media, in a specific way that was very attention-seeking. I was just kind of this was the year. And I was also doing most of this with the assumption that I was going to my life was going to take off and go in a very specific direction that working with Young Lean and having that sort of success would bring me. And also having the stability of a business partner. Of a business partner who really fucking understood what was going on. Someone who was a mentor and someone who would fucking basically help me on the path that I had fucking decided to walk down. So, later that year, Steven had been telling me, bro, I'm gonna leak the album. I want Red Eye to help me leak the album. I was like, fuck, Red Eye's not gonna do that. We're not gonna get involved. We were still trying to work out a deal. Because we had a deal on the table. We were still trying to finalize that. And there was a certain fucking angst in me where I was pissed at Steven for taking... I took it super fucking personally, but I was still pissed at Steven for one, we were tied up in other business. We were doing a Goth Money record. We were doing the James Ferrara record. I was pissed at Steven for fucking making this shit so messy. But at the same time, I was like, I don't know what I would have done differently if I fucking lost my son. Dude is like tied up in this. What Steven's mistake was... mistake was releasing the fucking album anyway. Doing the leak, because at that point it delegitimized whatever fucking claims that he had about what happened that night, and it immediately became about Machat. Well, it immediately became about how Machat was fucking on a revenge quest, and there was an element of truth to that. Hey, Light Removal, what's up, man? Do you have anything to share about Young Lean and Barron Machat? Because we're directly talking about those topics. I'd like to let you on the show another time, but if you have any insight to share about your personal experience, I think we've talked about it before in private. I'm happy to bring you on to have a discussion about it. So... at this point, Steven fucking leaked Warlord, and he leaked it to Sony Red. At this point, I think it was Sony Red. Now, at this point, I was acting as a mediator between Steven Machat and Emilio and Young Lean's Swedish management. And I was basically trying to balance this fucking thing, because I was trying to get a record made. I was trying to get it put out. But it was me, like, hanging on to that dream that I had, to this partnership, my partnership with Barron, being the thing that was going to fucking set me up for the rest of my life. Like, give me the life that I wanted. I mean, same reason why I decided to take on all of Barron's projects, which was ill-advisable. I wanted to fucking keep it going. I couldn't let go that this was just not my fucking thing. This was not my path to go down to. I couldn't catch the lesson in the moment. And now, I mean, what I'm fucking learning is, bro, there's no time to fucking ruminate on shit. There's no time to not fucking... You gotta be able to turn and burn fast when God shows you something. I mean, bro, and I'm telling you that because I did it. And I did it faster than the people who showed me how to do it. And I expect everyone who comes after me, who follows me, who accepts me as a Christ concept, accepts that that is my role, and that you can get something directly from following me to do the fucking shit way faster, to be able to fucking get the God wink, whatever it may look like. And I've said it before, bro, Barron was my Jesus so that I could be y'all's fucking Jesus, bro. He had to die for me. Partially to get me out of that fucking satanic industry, bro. I'm so glad that I wouldn't say I'm so fucking glad, because I'm not glad. Nothing about this situation makes me glad. The thing I am thankful for is that I didn't fucking stick around and I didn't see a sacrifice at the fucking Justin Bieber saw a sacrifice level. I did not see a sacrifice to where I was in a room with someone being sacrificed. I saw that shit, bro, that fucking hit close to home. That was my brother. That was the dude I was fucking invested in getting killed. That shit hurt. I was in the fucking Matrix with that motherfucker. I was in the business Matrix with that motherfucker. I wasn't in an underground fucking... I wasn't in a cloning center. I wasn't like Bernie Mac with the queen, pissing off the queen to where they fucking whack Bernie. Because I would have been next, bro. The only reason I'm alive at 28 and didn't get got at 27 is because of this shit. Is because I was able to fucking readjust, then get the spiritual foundation and protection to stay alive, bro. Because anyone who's doing Day Life Army, anyone who's following General Koa, anyone who's fucking committed to these standards, spiritually, emotionally, I mean, physical knocks out a bunch of them. But spiritually, emotionally, intellectually, physically, has that fucking protection, bro. We keep people alive, alright? So I'm alive because of that shit. Because my industry, bro, Barron was an extremely fucking empathetic person. And I don't use empathetic a lot because I think empathy, that fucking vibe, has been co-opted by the new age. It's been co-opted by all of this fucking bullshit CIA bullshit, fucking love and light, plur ass stupid bullshit. Barron was social. He fucking asked questions. He could fucking uncover things about people that they didn't know about himself. That's why he was the perfect A&R. Because he would take an artist and get them to be the best they possibly could, bro. He was a cult leader. Alright? He was a cult leader. No fucking shade, bro. Glory be to the fucking cult leaders. Unfortunately, bro, he was determined. And who knows what decisions he would have made. Who knows what he would have fucking done. You know? But they took him out. They were like, nah, I'm not. No. No thank you. No fucking thank you, bro. He was part of a bloodline that they had to fucking... Maybe it got too arrogant. Maybe it was too onto something. Maybe it was sniffing around in all the wrong places. It's part of a bloodline that needed its fucking ankles cut off. Bro, I used to have this recurring dream. I've had 2 dreams, I think, that have been fucking traumatizing, and where I woke up and I felt it was real and I had a fucking pit in my stomach and I couldn't let go of the fucking feelings and thoughts around it. One was when I had a fever as a 10-year-old child, and I was on the train from Back to the Future 3, and I was riding the fucking train in Back to the Future 3. And the train, if you've watched that movie, the train is not fully built. But they go back in time to make sure that the train tracks get built so the train can move fucking, you know, either maybe it goes into the future at that fucking moment or whatever, or the train tracks get built. Either way, my dream was that I was on the fucking train tracks and I was expecting to either blast off into the future or that the tracks would keep going in front of me, and they did not. And I fucking plummeted into the fucking Grand Canyon or whatever. And that fucking stuck with me. And that's what it felt to have that fucking opportunity, bro. And then to fucking fall into a cliff. Fall off a cliff. The other dream I had, and this was in February of 2019. I had a dream, and I can't remember the fucking details of it exactly. But it revolved around my ankles getting fucking, my feet being cut off at the ankle. And I couldn't fucking shake the feeling. And I had this thought, and I had to just, like, literally fucking forget it, bro. I had to try and fucking forget this fucking thought. And it brought me back to being a child, bro. It brought me back to being a fucking child. And wanting my parents, bro. I fucking called my fucking cult leader, bro. I called fucking... bro, I was scared, bro. I called my cult leader. But those were the 2 fucking dreams that come to mind when I'm thinking about this emotionally, bro. Those dreams, because one, I had the fucking train tracks fall underneath me. And for Barron, bro, his fucking... the legacy of his fucking family was cut off at the ankle, bro. So Steven leaks Warlord, alright? He leaks it. And then it just becomes super fucking messy, bro. I'm at Red Eye. No, now I'm in business with this guy, and Red Eye is saying I shouldn't be in fucking business with this guy. And I'm like, I got fucking deals on the table. I'm still trying to do. I'm still doing the James Farrar record. I'm still doing the Goth Money record. I got fucking an active business relationship with this dude, and he leaks the record. And my fucking phone always falls when I'm either onto some shit or I'm saying some shit wrong. So at that point, any notion of a fucking satanic sacrifice, anything like that, gets pushed out of my mind. I'm like, okay, now I just gotta deal with the fucking business reality of this situation. And I was given options, bro. I was given an option to go run Hippos and Tanks. I was told to go, like, Steven was like, come and fucking work for me. We'll start a new fucking record label. We'll do some other shit. Like, you just leave Red Eye. Because at this point, Red Eye and Steven were starting to beef because Steven was doing all these fucking business irresponsible things. And I felt torn, bro. I was like, bro, Barron is the fucking was my guy. Barron was my fucking mentor. Do I follow in his footsteps even further? And on previous episodes, I talked about the fact that the expectation was that I would follow in his footsteps. The expectation from Stephen Machat was that I would follow in my footsteps. The expectation around me and in myself. James Farrar was the only person who told me, like, you're going kind of off the deep end with this. Maybe you should fucking chill and do your own thing. Stop trying to fucking carry this guy's legacy. Later, I have fucking closer friends to me that were like, don't throw away what you have. Now, I should have thrown away what I had and the fucking offer and gotten into cults and gotten into social business in 2015. But you know what they say, bro. Being early is the same as being wrong. So maybe that wouldn't have fucking worked. And I had to have my fucking steep decline into fucking further moral bankruptcy, into Satanism, into fucking drugs, into depression, into everything that fucking comes with having your shit fucking rocked. I had my shit rocked. Alright? I had my shit fully rocked. I ended up being subpoenaed in the court case between Stephen Machat and Young Lean. The leak was really when it felt, to me at least, like there was some fucking conclusion. I felt like I wasn't constantly going to be fighting to put out this new record. I felt a little bit of fucking closure from that moment. Though it was irresponsible, that's not the way that I wanted to fucking honor Barron at all. But that's how it happened, and I felt like, okay, I can move on to other things. And subsequently, I did. Now, I was still in the Barron Machat matrix for fucking 2 more years. Because I was doing shit with James Farrar. I was doing shit with Goth Money. I was still carrying that fucking legacy. And those next 2 years were not fucking good for me, bro. I really... 2015 was when I fucking reached... I reached a mood, bro. I reached a lot of fucking things simultaneously happening for me. And through the fucking crushing of essential things and boosting me in other places, it kept me in that zone. It kept me in that matrix. So later in the story, bro, just like anyone who's super fucking discouraged, bro, I started to spiral. Now, it was an organized spiral. I still had a job for the next 3 years. I still had success. If anything, my fucking clout, I continued to get more and more clout poison. My clout rose. Mainly because I started signaling fucking satanic shit. And I got into it. I was like, okay, this is apparently what I was following in fucking Lean's footsteps. It was like I found the shit that Lean had found that had led him to fucking go down the fucking road he did to later accept an entity into him to fucking do what he did. I went down that path, bro. And I don't know if you've seen my Instagram, bro. I was fucking posting. I didn't even know what I was doing is the thing, bro. And here's the fucking crazy part about it, bro. The difference from the unconscious, from what's unconscious and what's conscious, there is a difference. A lot of times the results are very fucking, I don't even know if I want to talk about this on this live, talking about what was fucking conscious and what's unconscious, because that's like a whole fucking rabbit hole of what is meant to happen and what you do intentionally, what you do knowing that you're doing it, and what you do not knowing what you're doing it. And a lot of this fucking time, I was unconscious. And partially maybe a little conscious, but tongue-in-cheek about it. And bro, that is a fucking... They utilize that. They utilize a sick fucking sense of humor. It's not the kind of sense of humor that's gonna fucking save your life, bro. Because you gotta have a fucking sense of humor to survive the PainMatrux. It's a never... You got to. There's no other way to do it. Alright? If you are humorless, you will... They might not even kill you, bro. But you will die fucking miserable. You will die beaten. You will die alone. Alright? If you are humorless. The sense of humor is what keeps you fucking alive. But the way that the Satanists do it is what they joke about is the shit that's not funny. And I'm not even saying any comedy is off limits. We can go into that. That's not what I'm saying, bro. I'm saying the jokes that they joke about the truth that they... It's like, bro, it's funny because it's true. And that's what it was for me. The tongue-in-cheekness of my Satanism was, it's funny because it's true. It's funny because all of this shit is real. All of these signals that I'm putting out are fucking real. And I'm sure, partially, that was also on Young Lean's case as well. Alright, this show has been brought to you by Automat. Cash.me/$washitall, PayPal.me/washitall. DM Real Cult Girl on Twitter for Bitcoin and Ethereum wallet. DM Daylife Mary on Instagram for that same thing. Cash.me/$washitall. PayPal.me/washitall. DM Real Cult Girl for Bitcoin and Ethereum wallet. Alright, y'all. On the next episode, we're going to get further into this. We're also going to zoom out. Look at all the fucking other things that were happening in my life. Because the derail, the distract, the destroy, the discourage. That is the fucking tactic. Breaking bonds, it is not just the fucking death. It is not just the sacrifice. It is those fucking bonds being fucking severed. And it exists in ways that are happening to you right now. It's existing in ways that they're trying to fucking make happen to me now. I just got a little bit more fucking spiritual protection. And what I'm doing now, I'm actively creating fucking bonds. I'm actively building shit. So when you're building, there's not so much they can take away from you, bro. When you're building with fucking spiritual integrity, is what I mean to say. So I'll be back with part 11. Tune in tomorrow for the Jesus show. Get into some different topics. And yeah, bro. Have a great day.